There is something that you don't know, but that particular thing made you who you are today. There's no such thing as personality. Personality is a collection of thoughts that made somebody. Okay? So you didn't just suddenly out of the blue become shy or introverted or this social butterfly, this extrovert. It didn't just happen. Somebody planted that thought in your head and you watered that thought and you became that. This requires mental exercise. To undo the damage caused by thoughts requires mental exercise. Okay? This is far too important than going to the gym for your physical well being, even though that's very important. It's far too important than praying. It's far too important than fasting. It's far too important than reading the Bible. It's far too important than going to school. Okay? Because we don't know, or rather, we don't realize that the thoughts that we keep repeating in our heads become our silent prayers. They are our silent prayers. So a lot of people go around thinking they're not praying, but they don't realize that they are praying every second of their waking day. So you have to get to a point where you understand that mental exercise is crucial. You don't believe me? Fine. Go read about it in the Bible. The Bible says, whatever is noble, whatever is praiseworthy, whatever is true, think about such things. You have been repeating a lie. Somebody told you that you're not good enough, and you believe that. Okay? Somebody told you that you were ugly or fat or out of shape or, and that creates your personality. Everything you do after you've accepted a particular thought projected towards you, you become that. It's like watering a plant, okay? When people look at you, they see God. But as soon as you have these thoughts, planted in your head and these ideas that are not from God, then people just begin to see that, because now that develops into your personality. That's basically what personality is. I'm going to tell you guys, it is not easy to do. First, you start by catching a thought. If you think your day is going to be effed up, you need to switch that thought immediately and say, I'm going to have an amazing day. If you think life is effed up, just always say, I am fully provided for. I always get what I want. All things are possible with God, because Jesus came that we may have life and have it abundantly. Okay? Suffering and scarcity and lack is not God's will for your life. Where God is, there's provision. If God was able to provide manna in the wilderness, if God was able to provide the Israelites with water to drink when they cracked open a stone, why do you think God can fail to provide for you? It's because you started believing, and I don't blame you, you started believing that life is hard and you gotta work hard and you gotta earn money and you gotta, but it doesn't work that way. You can choose that way and it's okay. That means you choose to work hard all of your life, but choose a simpler way. I am walking in my path. There is God's provision in my path. I always get what I want. I am loving and lovable. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am a brilliant brain. I have great ideas in me. I am a problem solver. I am a joy to have around. Abantu abaningi, they say umuntu unesicwacwa, but it's not isicwacwa per se, but it's the energy that person has been carrying all their lives. Why? Because of a narrative or an ideology that they adapted and believed, and which in turn produced a personality. That's what personality is. So from this day onwards, start thinking good thoughts. If you don't know what the Bible's advice is about what we should think, and if you don't know what God's will for your life is, then you should, find a verse in the Bible. You don't have to read the whole Bible. Find a verse in the Bible. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Oh, wow, that's suddenly empowering. Those who trust in the Lord completely shall never be put to shame. The Lord stands beside me as my protective shade. I take delight in the Lord, and he grants me my heart's desires. Anything, find a verse in the Bible that empowers you and makes you feel good in times of evil thoughts and in times of fear, in times of anxiety. You shall produce a verse. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor have I seen them begging for bread. I am declared righteous by the Lord. So may God help you. Change your thoughts about your day, about yourself, about your job, about any situation in your life. Okay? God bless you. I'm Jezreel. Bye.